Wagwan me people, quick thing before we kick off. The views where you hear upon the Father to Father podcast, them strictly for why, the hosts, guests, and contributors. Them now represent Catholic Notebook, Spirit Stream Studios, the Diocese, University, or any affiliated groups. You see me? And remember, this podcast is strictly for adult ears, so listen up with discretion.
Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet, a place for the soul, where wisdom speaks. Hope in the message, strength in the beat. Welcome to Father, where life and faith meet.
Hey man, what's going on, dog?
I'm good. How are you?
I don't know how to feel now.
I was about to say, like, I can't say what we were just talking about.
No, we can't. We can't. That's for an off podcast discussion.
Yes.
But you know what's on the podcast right now is Dr. Giovanni and my main man, my right hand,
Father Greg Lambert.
Hey. All right, so here's what we're gonna do right now, because people want us to do new things, try new things. I'm gonna try it in the intro. You should have already opened up your second browser. Go to 5.
You know what it is.
Give us 5 stars. That's all we asking. That's it. You already know what this is. But welcome to the show, everybody. Here's the thing. So they wanted us to try new things, and so this thing is called 13 words. Okay, you get 13 words, and you got to figure out the saint based on the 13 words that I give you. It's going to be very vague and obscure, but as we get further down the list, you'll be like, oh, okay, it's going to be this saint. So in other words, it's going to start out with like round. That's one word, and you got to figure out what the saint is. But then it might end up in like stop sign. You're like, oh, okay, cool.
Interesting.
I don't know, but we're going to try it. These are games that people want to try. I want to try it in the intros. If it works in the intro, then, you know, we might use it in the full segment. But here we go. Here's your word. I looked at this and I'm like, these are a lot of words I can't say.
Yo.
Die worker.
Dye worker?
Die worker. Do you want the next word? You get 13 words, so you want the next word. Die worker.
Yeah, I have an idea.
Laywoman.
Oh, is it, dang it. I was going to say Sweet Aunt Sally. It's
Sweet Aunt Sally.
I must be tired.
You really are.
I meant Dorothy Day.
Dorothy Day.
She's not a saint, but she's in the talks of becoming a saint.
No.
Dang, okay.
Letters.
Oh, Catherine Drexel?
Close.
Huh.
Popes.
Oh, oh my gosh. Francis Cabrini.
No, you were close with Catherine.
What?
Avignon
Papacy. Oh yeah, homegirl. Oh my gosh, now I'm gonna start forgetting. What's her name? Catherine?
Yes.
Sienna.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
There you go. you did like how many words? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 5 words out of 13. You got it.
Someone here's like a history buff, like, oh, Avignon Papacy was a dead giveaway, Father Greg. Oh, like,
come on,
man.
You should have known what letters, Father Greg. How do you not know what letters? It's a letter, Father Greg. It's a letter. You want to try one more, and then we're gonna start the show.
Sure.
All right. Ready? Dominicans. Tell me what saint it is. Just straight off of that.
I was like, that's pretty broad. Okay.
Dominicans. Dumb.
Yo.
Dumb.
Okay. They probably thought he or she was a dumb Dominican. Okay.
Ox.
Oh, I should know this. It's like a once in every saint story that this comes up. He was a big dumb ox. He was a Dominican, most likely a friar. Oh, I don't know.
Angels.
That's less specific, but okay. Keep going.
Eucharist.
That's less specific. Okay, keep going.
I didn't say they were going to be specific. I said the clues as you use up your 13 words.
Is it St. Dominic?
No. That's a good try. No.
Huh.
Ecstasy.
It's good to know we're not going to get any better. We're just gonna stay
No, because
vague.
the last couple of words will give. It's a dead giveaway after that.
Maybe.
No, it really is. If you don't get it, I'm going to have questions about your formation.
Who? I don't know.
Doctor.
Oh, wait, Dominican. He's a doctor, most likely a doctor of the church. It's not Dominic. Okay. Well, he's not a doctor of the church.
Summa.
Oh, Thomas Aquinas.
You see?
Thomas Aquinas.
You see what I'm saying?
Dang it.
Right?
I should have known that.
You should have known that.
I should have known that.
You should have got it by Ox. He's the big dumb ox.
I can't remember who that was, though.
That's Thomas Aquinas.
I could not remember that was his nickname.
Yeah.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, not the best nickname to be
It
remembered
really
for.
isn't the best nickname. All right, you ready to get started, man? Yeah. No, this was fun. No, I think this was pretty fun.
There's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, I know. Put you on the spot. I'm gonna put the music there, like, D. Yeah, let's get started. Bet.
Yo, Father Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds clear, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yeah, it's out there, no doubt.
You ready to hear me out?
Yeah.
You already know what it is. Hear me out. 5 stars. You did nothing wrong. 1 star. You got confession on Thursday. If you're church, confession on Thursday, let us know. CatholicNoble.org/father. That's CatholicNoble.org/.
F2F.
So hear me out. So this hear me out is actually kind of special because remember when we had the follow advice, the question was they said, "Hey, my father." No, sorry, not my father. My husband and I are drifting apart. I shot him. So then I went back to the Capital Research, like, "Hey, email this person back and see if they can tell the story." And they did.
Yes.
They sent it in.
Yes. I'm so excited, everybody.
They gave us context. But hear me out. We were just trying to spice things up. He didn't have to shut me out.
Did you also shoot him?
That's what it is. This is the person. It goes, first time confessor. Okay, well, technically second time because Abigail emailed me and asked me to give the full story after both of you apparently couldn't stop laughing. Which, honestly, after listening back, I get it. It's wild when you open with, "We fell apart, I shot my husband." Especially when Father Greg is in serious pastoral mode. So, yes, fine. Context matters. Here's the whole story.
I'm ready.
Also, shout out to Abigail and the Catholic Noble Research Team.
For real.
You doing yeoman's work. That's my favorite word.
It really is your favorite word.
Hey, okay. My name is Bree. I'm 31, married to Ethan. And we were doing what married people are told to do when things feel stale. Reconnect, be intentional. Have fun. We tried something playful in the bedroom. Nothing sinister, nothing dark. Just basic role play.
Okay.
I was the cop. He was the robber.
Oh, okay.
He was laying in bed, relaxed. I was standing over him, very much in charge, very much joking around.
Okay.
There were props. One of them, which I genuinely believe was not real, was right next to something that was actually real. I grabbed the wrong thing.
Oh, no.
I didn't know. He immediately panicked,
Oh, no.
told me to put it down. I thought he was staying in character. We argued for a second, and it was literally a second, because I was trying to prove it wasn't serious. I pointed it down, and it made a noise. Then everything spiraled. Then I freaked out. He freaked out. Then it was another noise, and suddenly it wasn't a joke.
Oh,
We went to the hospital.
I bet.
I was hysterical. He was conscious, then not. Doctors handle it. He didn't press charges.
I'm sorry.
Everyone agreed it was an accident. We prayed, we cried, we moved forward. At least I did. Because now it's been 2 months.
You can't expect them to get over that so quickly. Like, come on.
We prayed, we cried. It's been 2 months. Now it's been over 2 months and Ethan won't touch me. Won't try. Won't even meet me halfway. Everything is therapy language, distance, and processing.
I guess it's really like a shot in the dark, huh?
Father Greg. I'm sorry. You can't be out here saying that. Meanwhile, I'm still his wife.
Right.
Intimacy is a part of marriage. I didn't sign up to live as roommates forever.
She won't quote me, I bet.
Because of one moment that clearly was not malicious. And yes, I've been talking to this guy at work, Matt, who noticed I was struggling. He knows the situation. He says he's not into anything weird. Just normal. I said, fine. I'm not cheating. I don't want to break my marriage. But also, I don't think it's fair that Ethan gets to freeze me out indefinitely while I'm expected to wait endlessly. Mm-hmm. So that's where we are. I know how it sounds, but we prayed about it. And like Father Greg says,
called it.
I provided endless charity to him. So why can't he just provide a little bit of charity to me and let us be intimate again? I stayed. It was an accident.
You
I
stayed.
apologize. We prayed. At what point does his refusal to move forward become its own problem? But hear me out. We were just trying to spice things up. He didn't have to shut me out. Do you need a recap?
No, but let's do it.
Hey, listen. TLDR, basically she's out here going like, listen, we were trying to spice things up. And then there was we joked about this, like, oh, there could have been a water gun, there could have been a
right.
She's like, yo, there was 2 fake guns. Why they were next to each other, I don't know.
That's your first issue. That should have been locked up. It should have been locked up.
Like, it doesn't make any sense, but okay, fine. We're going to excuse that part. Mm-hmm. But she picks up the wrong one. He clocks it immediately.
Yes.
Probably yelling, pineapples. No, listen. That's real. She shoots down, and then it pops.
Yeah.
And he's just like, what are you doing? And then she freaks out, shoots again, hits him, and he's just like, ah.
It's a comedy of errors. It's not supposed to be funny, but it's a comedy of errors.
But like at the same time, though, she goes like, "Listen, we went to the hospital. No charges were pressed. Everybody said it was an accident. It is what it is. We cried. We prayed." She kept saying we prayed as if like that was supposed to be the end point. And then we moved on. Except he doesn't want to touch me no more. And it's been 2 months. It's been 8 weeks.
Yes,
8 weeks. You don't get to shoot me. And then they say, why aren't you throwing it at me? No, it's been 8 weeks.
After 8 weeks, you still have, like, you could still have stitches.
You still do have stitches after 8 weeks.
Yeah, but that's not enough time.
You potentially could not, like, move your body in the way that needs to be moved
for
in 8
that
weeks.
Action. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no way. So it's just sitting there going, like, because he's not an athlete. Mm-hmm. He didn't get grafted that same night. He had to wait.
Exactly. He's not Tom Brady.
He's not Tom Brady. They're like, oh, shoot. Yeah, well, we'll remove the bullet immediately. But then, like, the advanced stitching, nah, you're going to get the regular 6 to 8 weeks.
Just don't move too quickly.
Yeah,
like
don't move. If you move too quickly, then you're going to have to get it restitched.
Oof.
Honestly.
Remember, this was happening most likely in bed.
This was in bed. He said he was laying down.
In his own bed, in his own room. Like, that's a lot to think about. And you could have died. He could have died.
He could have straight up died. And in that moment, you're saying, like, but you didn't, though. Mm-hmm. So where's my... why aren't you throwing it at me?
Exactly. So why are we not having coitus? give me the things that I want. Give me coitus.
I don't know if I could, dog.
Exactly.
I don't know if I could. I'm a married man. Mm-hmm. If Brittany would have done that to me, I would be thinking about priesthood.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, you still get a new priesthood at that point. Like, she would have
no. Listen. It's an annullable offense. I didn't get shot. Yo, this is an annullable offense.
That's not an annullable offense.
How's that not an annullable offense?
That's not an annullable offense.
Explain to me where she got the real gun from, and she didn't realize the orange wasn't on that gun. That was premeditated. Annullable offense. How's that not annullable? I didn't know she was that crazy. She didn't disclose that when we got married. According to the teachings of the Catholic Church, an annulable offense is anything that was not properly disclosed at the time of marriage, and it was never properly disclosed that she was a little delulu.
Yes.
It was a grave matter. My life was on the line. That wasn't what Jesus said by sacrifice.
But she also said that it wasn't her intention to do so.
I don't care what her intentions are. You put steel to the bed and then steel to me. You gotta go. I'm sorry. We're gonna raise these kids till they turn 18, and then I'm going to a monastery. Like we done.
Oh my goodness.
I can't touch you again.
Now I feel that that's gonna take some serious growth. Like I would say at least therapy. You need at least therapy in this situation, because you need to make sure that everything that you experience is properly processed and what's going on through your mind comes out.
I will tell you this. In a violent situation, this situation wasn't a violent situation,
Correct.
but it's still traumatic. This is a true traumatic situation. A lot of people like throw around the word trauma, but then don't really know what trauma is.
Right.
This is a true traumatic situation,
Yeah.
right? He feared for his life
Yes.
and thought he was going to die.
By the hand of someone he loves.
Yeah. That is a traumatic situation.
Yes.
And so, in that same vein, trauma, just to get to a point where you're manageable again, true trauma takes about 6 months to a year. Just to get to a point where you're manageable again, because you are having night terrors, you are freaking out with every touch. No one can put you in that position that you were like. And the thing about trauma, it's not like, oh, everything. It's that moment.
Yes.
It's that moment. So while he's on the bed, he probably couldn't even sleep in his own bed
Most likely.
in that way. Like, he could lay down in the bed, it would have been fine.
Right.
But then, like, if he ever were to sit up to like type, he'd probably feel super uncomfortable, because then his mind is automatically going, your body's in the position it was in before. You're in danger. Move. Like, that stuff you have to unlearn.
Yes.
That's not going to happen in 8 weeks.
Nope.
Even
No way.
with intense therapy, it's not going to happen in 8 weeks. So you're going to have to give time. And if you're out here going like, but he's not throwing it at me though.
And no, it's been 2 months.
It's been 2 months, and now I got this other dude talking. Also, can we talk about the dude at work who's just like, listen, I'm not doing anything freaky.
That's wild. That is wild, dude.
He's out here saying like, listen, I don't want to use no guns. No, this, it has to be regular, schmegular, everything. Like, nothing wild. And she's like, that's fine.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you give this the proper patience and working that it takes and that it needs, your relationship is going to come out so much stronger after this.
Well, just take it in increments.
Absolutely.
You probably won't be able to have sex right now, but you could probably kiss.
Yes. Hold hands.
Like, take it in increments, slow. And like, if he just says like, please stop, then stop. Because he's having a flashback. He has to process through it. You're going to have to go through that process. You two have stayed together. So yeah, listen, boo-boo, after hearing it, I'm giving it a 3.
Wait, what exactly is the question here that we're rating?
She's saying like, listen, he cut me out of sex. Like, is what she did so bad worth being cut out of sex for?
Yes.
Listen, you shot him, he stayed together. I'm giving you a 3. I'm giving you a 3.
That man loves you.
That man loves
That
you.
man loves you.
You are a little like delusional in that sense to think like 2 months is all it takes. Because if you put yourself in that position, I don't think you'll be at it in 2 months.
Yeah, no.
Being like, oh yeah, no,
Nah.
I'm gonna give you some in 2 months. Like, nah, it's not gonna be that way.
Well, here's the thing. This whole thing started with things have been getting kind of bland in my marriage, and so we decided to spice it up. It got spiced up. It got kicked up by a whole lot.
It did.
Now, if you want to be close in your marriage, this is going to bring you closer if you so choose.
Yeah, well, that's why I say it's a 3. It's not like a 2 where it was like, you did what? This is like, first of all, why were both of them next to each other? You're not really explaining that one, but
Exactly.
okay, I'll give you a pass on that. Second, the first time was in the bed. The
Right.
second time was at him. It was like you freaked out and you were just like, and then it did it again.
And it just went off.
And it just went off again. So it's like, I can't blame you for that because that's not the same thing as we went hunting. I lined it up. I saw him in my scope, and I took the shot anyways. Like that's
And he lived.
That's not okay. But
Right.
this is one of those where I can give some grace and being like, eh.
You didn't mean to. It was a bad situation. It shouldn't happen in the first place. The guns should have been close to each other.
Yeah.
You responded the way that most people would respond who have no training with a weapon in their hand. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you had no training.
Clearly, because you didn't even know it was real.
Exactly.
And
You'd be able to.
he clocked it immediately. He's like, that is real.
Yes.
Like, I'm not messing with you. Put it down.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
you
it.
thought he was acting, and that made it 10 times more scarier for him because, like, yo, she's trying to shoot me. Why is she trying to shoot me? I thought she loved me.
Yeah.
What happened? What did I do?
There's so much things that go through your head. I'll take the
no.
trash out next time. Stop.
please.
Please.
Don't do this, Cheryl.
Don't do it, Cheryl. Yo, but then we get a friend to me and let us know. Kevin over there slash follow the phone. Kevin over there slash
F2F.
And thank you so much for calling back. Like, not calling, but thank you so much for writing in.
I'm
and
very
following up.
satisfied. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We
Thank
needed
you.
context.
We needed that
Father
context.
Greg, Dr. G, what's good? I know it sounds clear, I know it's misunderstood. The story's wild, yes, out there, no doubt. But just lean in close, just hear me out. Hear me, hear me.
Back when I needed a man, all I got handed was traps. Said, boy, go be great, but gave me no pass, so I bled from the faith I ain't know I still had. Good advice don't come cheap. Real ones ran wisdom, don't tweet. Now I walk through the dark trying not to repeat the same fake love that they handed to me. They come to me now like I know the route. Big bro, what's the play? Can you help me out? And I tried not to laugh, but I see myself back when I was broke, begging somebody else. Ain't no manual for this, just pressure and heat. You get burnt by the ones that you thought brought peace. Told my little old man, don't believe what you see. Even angels fall hard when they running.
Ready for some follow advice?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is. It's follow advice. We just relax, hang out. Again, these are broken up into themes, so we get through as many as we can. Assume it's already said. Stop emailing and asking, like, is it dear... Excuse me. Is it dear Dr. Gio and Father Greg? It's already said. Just assume. Just assume.
I don't know.
All right. This is from Tampa Bay, Florida.
Hey, Tampa.
I'm asking for advice because my family says I'm overreacting. My sister and I stopped talking after my dad died because of how the estate was handled, which is painful, but not unheard of. What is unheard of is that she started wearing his clothes, his shoes, his watch, even his cologne to feel closer to him. It's weird. It's gross. I tried to be understanding until she started correcting people when they called her by her own name and started responding with his.
Ooh.
Last week, she signed a birthday card to me as Dad. I asked her to stop, and she said I was interrupting her healing process.
Okay.
So I'm not crazy for being disturbed by this, right? Do I confront her again or just quietly distance myself?
Wow.
Yeah. And like I said, these are all themes. So a lot of this theme is like situations that have gotten out of whack.
I was like, grief? Like, this is like cross the line of grief.
I don't think she's like, first of all, I just want to say this. If you're listening right now, you're not crazy. It's wholly inappropriate what she's doing.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
There's no level of like, from a psychological standpoint, there is no level of processing that justifies bad behavior. And I think a lot of people look at processing through grief as an opportunity to do whatever they want. And that's not how you process through grief. Processing through grief is actually sitting with the thing that is preventing you from being able to engage in your daily living activities, or confronting the aspects of your mortality, confronting the aspects of loss, and really trying to unpack that for what it means to your life. Sitting with grief is not dressing up like your dad and acting like your dad and pretending as though that is normal, because it's not normal. And I think a lot of people have gotten into the space of like, who are you to define normal? Well, I'm sorry, we have a whole book called the DSM, which says if you behave outside of this, that is considered abnormal. And if you behave this way, that is considered normal. We do have a baseline group of behaviors that falls in that. And in this case, especially in our environment, like that would be abnormal. Now, in another culture, it might not be abnormal. It could be perfectly reasonable in another culture. But in the American culture, like it's not. And her doing it is not part of any healing process. She's acting out. And if she was coming to my office and telling me this, I'd be like, oh yeah, your sister's acting out. But really, let's focus on you and let's focus on like how you can process through your grief. And if the sister was there talking to me in my office, I would sit there and tell her like, oh, okay. Like this is you processing through grief, but this isn't, and I guess this is the difference between spiritual direction and counseling all the time.
That's true. Yeah.
Because in counseling, I wouldn't confront her right away with her behavior. It's trying to understand how she understands the world and then having her confront her own contradictions and how does she resolve those contradictions. In spiritual direction, you straight up tell her like, what you're doing is wrong. Like, stop.
Well, yeah, I do it a whole lot gently because at the end of the day, that person has to be able to make the realization themselves. It can't just be me telling them.
Yeah.
Because people assume that, oh, when I go to the priest, I want an answer. Most of the time, in order to get an answer that you're actually going to believe and actually process and do, is you need to see it for yourself.
Yeah.
And that's not even, sometimes it's a stubbornness thing, but most of the time it's just like, I don't want to say it's a psychological thing, but something that you need like within the spirit. Like we say that in spiritual direction that the Holy Spirit is the only spiritual director in that situation.
Right.
I'm simply listening to how the Holy Spirit is speaking to you and I'm guiding you along the way. And if there's a deviation, then we address the deviation.
Right.
If you decide to go that way, I can't suggest it, but if you want to go that way, then you go that way.
But I think like even in spiritual, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not a spiritual director.
Right.
But like even in spiritual direction, there is that line of like, yeah, you can't do that.
Yes, for sure. Like when it gets to that point of, it's almost like I went to a school counselor today to just have a conversation about something, and she had something on a poster on her wall that said, whatever is discussed in this office stays in this office unless you want to hurt someone or someone is hurting you or you give me permission to tell. I'm like, yeah, that's a pretty good guideline to keep.
Yeah.
It's something very similar to spiritual direction.
Yeah.
This is going to be confidential. I'm going to keep confidence on this situation. It's not the same seal of confession, but whatever you say to me stays between us unless I know for a fact that you have a plan to hurt yourself or someone is hurting you and I need to be a mandatory reporter.
Yeah, I mean, like even then, I know a lot of priests who wouldn't say anything.
That's true.
Because they interweave spiritual direction with confession.
Absolutely.
And so like it's
Absolutely.
just like
it's sacred. It's a strange gray area.
Yeah.
And so you kind of know, and it goes from person to person on what the level of disclosure actually is.
Right.
But if you're meeting with this person often and you know exactly who they are, you should have a good gauge of, okay, this has now gone too far. I need to contact someone because I need help.
Yeah. No, for sure. For sure. All right, cool. Any advice to give her? Because like realistically, she's just looking for like confirmation that she's not crazy.
Well, I think you got it right on the head here. One, you're absolutely not crazy. It is wholly inappropriate what this individual is doing. And if this individual, your sister, were to come into my office and tell me exactly what's happening and also want me to call her by another name, one, I would not call her by another name. But two, I would want to know exactly what is her healing process. Like, break that down for me. Help me understand exactly what you're doing that is going to help you heal from this traumatic experience and why this is the answer. Walk it back for me.
Right.
And then also expand it to how is this affecting your family? Because there's no way that your healing process is making your family not only uncomfortable, but also distancing your family and is also good and sent to you by God.
Yeah.
Those two things don't work.
Yeah. You can't be spirit-led and at the same time behaving in a way that contradicts like basic common sense.
Correct.
That doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
All right, cool. Next one comes from Boise, Idaho.
From where?
Boise,
Okay.
Idaho. Did I mispronounce
I
that?
think you said like Blazy. I don't know. I was like, what?
Boise.
You did not say Boise the first time.
Okay. This started as a normal roommate disagreement. My brother moved in with me after his divorce, and he said he needed time to reset. Fine. But then he started rearranging my house, according to what he calls ancestral energy flow, which apparently means throwing out old furniture I paid for because it didn't align. I told. I'm sorry. I'm listening. I told him to stop touching my things. He said, I'm resisting growth. Okay. Then I found out he's been charging my friends money to come over and experience the space. I asked him to move out. He told our mom I was sabotaging his spiritual business. Am I wrong for wanting my life back?
Wow.
Yo.
This is a wild. We are such an unserious culture, dog. I
Well, but also, this goes to show you that even within fatherly advice, like a segment that's just like, hey, what are your thoughts? People are like, this is what's going on. Am I wild for just simply drawing a line somewhere?
Exactly. Like, just wanted some like privacy and peace of my own home. I thought I was doing something good, and this dude is out here throwing out my stuff. That I the reason I laughed is I can totally see myself having this reaction. Like, yo, I was trying to be good. I was trying to be nice. It shouldn't have been a problem. And then he started throwing out my stuff
That I paid for. And said it's just not because it's not because like, oh, I bought you a new one, or hey, I know you were looking at that sectional, so I paid for it so that it can. No, it just doesn't flow well in this house.
And then you asked for a reason, a hardcore reason. Help me understand. They didn't just cuss you smooth out. They asked for a good reason, and you said it doesn't work with what? Ancestral alignment?
Energy flow.
Ancestral. And what does that mean, Kobe Bryant? Come on.
You have to be the ball and you have to be the player.
What? I can't, bro.
You know,
I can't. You're not wild for this.
No.
He's overstepping his boundary. This is a problem. Also, don't worry about what your mom's going to say. Your mom's probably trying to stay out of it. Hopefully she's trying to stay out of it.
Yeah, or even if she is and she's like, oh, just give him some chances. Like, nah, it's not his space. He got divorced. I was just trying to help him stay over. And now he's rearranging stuff without permission. Like, no, I draw the line. You have to, like, here's the thing. With people, you have to draw the line up front.
Especially when you're at someone else's house. Maybe this is Caribbean culture.
It's Caribbean culture.
It's got to be.
It is.
But, like, we got literally beat into us at a young age.
Not even Caribbean culture. I think it's just culture outside of the U.S. Because if you think about it, everybody outside of the U.S. is pretty similar in terms of how they handle people touching stuff. When you go over to someone's house, you take off your shoes.
At least you ask.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, do you mind if I keep my shoes on? They're like, oh, no, take off your shoes at the door. Take off your shoes, and then, like, you always address their parents as Mr. and Mrs. such and such. Dog, can you imagine? I had one of Claire's friends come up to me and said, Gio, and I said, excuse me? And like Brittany had to like put her hand on my shoulder, like chill. It's like it's Mr. Giovanni to you, because before I was a doctor, it's like Mr. Giovanni to you. Now it's like it's Dr. Gio, because I'm like, you don't even know me. Acting like Gio, like excuse me. People that know me don't even call me Gio.
We're comrades. Like, what is this?
Right?
You're 8.
Right. And I was just like, yo, but I think it's just like a thing outside of the U.S.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. All I'm saying is, in this situation, I think it's pretty straightforward. Just, you need to set, and this is a thing for people, when someone comes into your space or you're dealing with someone, up front, set the guidelines. Don't touch my stuff. Don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do that. Don't wait for something to happen.
And then expect that things are going to be easy and you can just go ahead and walk it back.
Because if you never really established it and you said something like, oh, make this like your house too.
Yeah. And then they start throwing out couches.
And well, you said to make it like my house too. And now you're upset.
But it's not your house. But you never said it's not your house. You said make it like your house.
Right. You gave me license to do it and now it's not said. Is that an excuse for doing something radical? No, it's not an excuse.
No.
But it is to sit there and say, if you don't want certain things to be done, just say it up front.
Yes.
Just say it up front. It saves you so much headache. All right. Next one. Cleveland, Ohio.
I know it's going to be bad because you paused hard.
I thought it was about grief. My aunt lost her husband last year and moved in with us temporarily. She was quiet and polite and helpful. Then she started sleeping with my husband.
Oh.
And corrected my mom on how to cook my father's favorite meals.
What?
The meals my mom has made for 40 years. And then her and my husband started sleeping in my parents' bed.
What?
Because she said it smelled familiar.
I'm at a loss for words.
My mom tried to set boundaries.
I think we already got that horse has left the stable, honey.
My mom
set boundaries.
My mom tried to set boundaries, and my aunt said, "Don't make this weird."
I burned the house down. like what? What do you mean?
I just
Now we're both homeless. Like what? What?
So, she says, I need to know, at what point does compassion just enable something more dangerous?
That's not compassion. What's happening right now is not compassion. This person is wholly disrespecting your entire household and your family. Has crossed every single line, and on top of that, they're saying, "Don't make it weird." Nah. She can't stay there.
I know these are more condensed, but I want to know the story here because
There's a lot of things that it was a couple big jumps at once, dog.
it's just she came over. She was nice. She was helpful. She was respectful.
Yes.
Then she started sleeping with my husband.
Yeah, like that doesn't just happen.
No. And then, because she's like, oh, I thought it was about grief. And then you started sleeping with my husband. Then you started correcting mom about my dad's favorite meals that my mom has been cooking for the last 40 years, how to cook it right for him. Then you started sleeping in my parents' bed with my husband because you said it felt familiar.
It shouldn't be familiar for you. That place should not be familiar for
And
you.
then when my mom tried to put boundaries up, you said, don't make this weird.
But you made it weird. You made it weird.
Listen, I think this is a good time when you can just cut someone out of your life. Father Greg is not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. There comes a time where like some people are just not worth the process.
I think what he means to say
No,
is,
I said what I mean. Don't try to pasteurize what I said. No, I said what I mean. Like, cause listen, I get it. Like, you give everybody the benefit of the doubt until they prove themselves otherwise. But at a certain point, you need to have a hard line where you just cut someone out because there is no way to coexist or even tolerate what they're doing. She's sleeping with your husband, sis.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the hard line. I truly do. I agree with the hard line. I agree with the clear, indecisive boundaries. And for me, it might be the same thing, but for me, I don't call it cutting someone out of your life. I call it, here are the clear parameters and boundaries of what's being asked of you. Don't cross these lines. If you keep crossing these lines, or you even cross them once after I told you very specifically, don't do this because I've given you lots and lots of grace, go to the Lord for forgiveness. And I can give you forgiveness too, but that does not mean that I have to give you every single leeway that I did before. If you've proven to me that you cannot handle the parameters in which I've set for you, therefore, then you can't handle them. Then I will tighten the parameters. You'll be a little bit farther from me. Doesn't mean I hate you, but it does mean I am going to forgive you in order to protect my own freedom.
Well, and also, I can't continue to have this on my conscience.
Of course.
Because, like, how can I develop a relationship with my husband if you out here sleeping with him in my parents' bed?
That's wild. That is wild.
Like,
nah, fam. Also, husband got issues too.
Right.
Why are you letting this happen?
Facts. Also, why all of a sudden you're telling your sister how to cook for her husband that she's been cooking for the last 40 years and then sleeping in her bed talking about like this feels familiar? Were you doing the same thing with her husband? Is that what was going on?
Shouldn't be familiar.
That's what I'm saying.
That should be a mystery. I don't understand, bro.
All I'm saying is draw the line. That's it.
Draw the line, and if you cross it, that's it. Carry a big stick.
Hey, speak soft. That's it. We gonna head out.
Yep.
We'll end it there.
Whoever asks for advice and they laugh at you or worse, they give it with strings attached. I learned some people don't help to help, they help to hold you. So be careful who speaks over your soul, cause not every God told me came from God. Not every I got you means you're safe. Some just wanna wear your story like a chain. Good advice is a treasure map buried in pain. Real truth ain't loud, it don't chase fame. Now I write what I needed, tattooed in flame for the next lost soul walking out of that rain.
right, so the Catholic Open Research Team did their 1-2 thing, right? Very similar to last week. He's like, hey, yo, give us some of your thoughts, right? Just give us some of your thoughts. Tell us what, we understand the Bible could be kind of interesting, so we'll let you be a little unhinged. Tell us your shower thoughts about the Bible. And people said, this is scary. Say less. I got you. Right, so here's some thoughts. We'll talk about it. If something sparks your fancy, we'll talk about it. It is what it is. When Cain killed Abel, how did he think it was going to play out long term? Like, there were only 4 people. One of them's gone. You were the last one with him. Now there's a bloody stone. Guess who did?
It's the same way that we all sin, honestly.
I don't think it's the same way. Because think about this. You're God, and Abel comes every day to give you first fruits, and then Cain shows up pissed off because you ain't happy with his second fruits. And then all of a sudden, Abel's gone, and God said, hey, yo, where's Abel? That's the other thing. God was communicating with them on a regular basis. How did he think he was going to get away with murder with God talking to them every single day?
I mean, the same way that we think that we're going to get away with our sins when God sees every single aspect of what we do every single day. And then when we pray, we say, this person is bothering me so bad, I can't possibly fathom forgiving them, knowing good and darn well you also been forgiven. You also got issues.
Yeah. Huh? You know what? I don't.
Hurt, don't it?
Yeah. You know what? Forget you. Did Adam ever apologize to Eve about the apple thing, or did they just move on?
I want to believe that he did. I want to believe after they've been kicked out.
I don't think he did.
I think after they got kicked out and they both have to deal with the consequences of their actions, their marriage probably got like it was a little rocky for a little bit. But
They lived for 1,000 years, dog.
that's a long time to self-reflect.
Yeah.
It's a long time to
It's
self-reflect.
1,000 years. Oh, there was this thing where someone is TikTok, but it matches up and it actually plays out well. So they talked about the Garden of Eden, right? And how there was the fruit in the Garden of Eden. Well, in Norse mythology, there's also a Garden of Eden, effectively.
Mm-hmm.
And the guardian of the Garden of Eden is the one that gives the Norse gods the fruit so that they can live long time. Without the fruit, they start to age. And so when Loki came and sealed the garden to prevent the gods from eating the fruit, that's when they all started to age and realize mortality.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
The TikTok took it a step further and said Loki is God.
It's got reel it in. Reel it back.
It's like, yo, Loki's God. That's the Catholic God. I'm like, what? Sometimes these shower thoughts need to stay in the shower. Mm-hmm. This is
For sure.
All right, a few more. Who taught Noah how to build the boat that didn't exist? There's no blueprints.
I mean, God did.
Well,
Like literally said, cubits. they gave him a whole.
cubits. Do you know how big a cubit is? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I used to know, but it actually does. There is a real answer to it. You can usually just Google it.
I guess. Who taught? Or did Noah ever regret bringing mosquitoes? Because it feels kind of personal, like 2 of every kind and these mosquitoes. Why did God confuse languages at Babel? And did people just suddenly stop mid conversation, or did they wake up the next day and not know how to talk to anybody? Like they're sitting there going like, "Hey, how's it going? Sapase?" What? Like confused. Why they speaking a completely different language?
That'd be amazing.
How do you think that really went down though?
I think it went down the way the scripture says. However, like I do also believe what I'm picturing is a construction site, and instead of 2 guys speaking to each other in their native language, it's 2 separate languages that neither the 2 knew. That would freak everybody out.
Well, but that's the thing. Like you would have found people that spoke like you, and then tried to figure it out from there.
Yeah, but
it wasn't like
yeah, for sure. But at the same time, you're still going to be sketched out that you're speaking Japanese.
facts.
And someone else is speaking Swahili, and you never heard any of these things before because you've been outside of your little land.
It never existed. It's like, yo, what are you saying? I don't know. But like, it's not like you forgot. This is the other thing. It's not like they forgot how to read or write. So then what?
Are we just gonna gloss over the fact that someone's speaking Japanese?
Listen, that's fine, but it's not like all of a sudden I try to write hello and then it's in kanji. Like, and all of a sudden my body's just writing it in kanji rather than write. Because then I got questions. I got more questions than answers at this point.
But if everyone's speaking a different language, nobody's working.
But
That was the whole point.
it's a tower to heaven. Like, what's the big deal? We're not gonna. There's a stratosphere. They're gonna be a thing.
Yes, but at the same time, God don't play that.
But there's a natural barrier. I feel like this is like disproportionate response to the situation that's going on.
I mean, God don't play that. I don't know what to tell you.
It's disproportionate.
Like, he could have let it go, but he said, "You know what? I'm gonna teach y'all a lesson."
For what though? Like, that's the thing I never understood is like, why? I get the story of tower, the tower being like, oh yeah, they're building this tower to heaven, right? But human limitations are human limitations. Eventually it's gonna hit the stratosphere. Like, you gonna get a port to your thing. It's like, yeah, we built the tower up to this level, but then after this the air gets weird. Like, like we gonna notice. So like, God's like, and I'm gonna strike you down, as if they were actually close. Is there something in the stratosphere we should know about?
What? No, there isn't.
Is that where heaven is? Is in the stratosphere?
Oh my gosh, you flat earthers out here.
Oh, shoot. Yo, hey, that's a show. For all of us here at Catholic Notebook Spirit Tree Studios, we love you. You're very special.
Go forth and bear good fruit.
We out.
Father to Father, where life and faith meet.
Father to Father is a production of Spirit